Hello everyone, and welcome to the month of October and to, I think, my first live in this new place. So say hello in the chat and sit back and I will just speak to you a little bit about what has come through, and yeah, feel free to ask questions and tell me how you're feeling. This I want to speak to you about is in relation to a whole lot of information that came through about wealth redistribution. So it came through on the 12th of October. And so I asked her about this because this is something that she spoke to me about a long time ago. And as a client who's been coming to me for a long time said to me earlier in the week, yeah, everything that you've been saying is coming true now in the physical world, and it really is. Hello, Melanie, I think. You're in Sarasota, Florida. Safe and sound. That's good. I know, it wasn't till I got back from Florida that I realized that I was close to a few people who, oh, Michelle, yes. I was close to a few people who live in that area. Yeah, so I was in Fort Lauderdale for a bit. And so interesting that Rebecca and we tuned in about whether we were, and it only just kind of hit home yesterday when her and I were chatting. So Rebecca Gambles, who ran the Dolphin Retreat, her and I tuned in Florida about will we stay a bit longer because we were really enjoying it there, and we both got no, you need to head home. And when we'd first booked, we had only booked to go. We'd only booked our flights over because we had really felt that we wanted to do something else. And so I remember saying to Mary Jo and Rebecca, well, let's leave it open. Let's meet back here in a month on Zoom and let's see what inspiration has come. And when we met back, nothing had come. And so we decided, okay, then we need to return home. And yeah, so interesting that when we were sitting around the pool in Fort Lauderdale, Rebecca and I, and we were asking, well, because, we were thinking, oh, maybe we could see if we could stay here in this house for another few days. But we got no, something big is coming. And we forgot about that because we had such a big trip home. We got redirected. At one point, the pilot said we have been redirected around 5 lightning cells. We got offloaded to Miami and we had to stay there the night because there was a hurricane coming through. It was all very interesting. Anyway, yeah. So this is what has come through about it. And so I really need to set this all up better. But anyway, I'm here. And so welcome, Sally, and welcome, Michelle, and hi, Gazelle, and welcome, Charlotte. So, yeah, so on the 12th, I asked Gaia to tell me about the wealth redistribution because a long time ago, she spoke to me about how humanity was meant to be resourced in exactly the same way as all of the creatures, all of our beings here on the earth, all sentient life. And yeah, so I said to her, tell me about that on the 12th. So this is what she said. Firstly, I was showing this diagram. It showed up like ripples coming out from a stone that's been thrown into a pond. So it was, rippling out from the center of where that stone lay. It was concentric and moving out. And she said, it is gifted out around the world from a central location. Now, what came after that is interesting, and it may or may not be correct, but this is what came. It is gifted out around the world from a central location, and I hear Venice. And Venice, the next bit that comes is Venice in Italy, of course, knows how to work with flow, which I thought was really interesting, and above and below. And this is us this is part of what we are coming to an understanding of, is how to work with flow and how to work with being in the now, in the present moment, and how to work with above and below and creation and co-creation. And then also I heard that song, New York. New York, do you think you can make it? And I don't even know if that's the correct lyric, but when I did look at the lyrics, the one that stood out to me, and I think Alicia Keys sings that song, was I think I know what dreams are made of. So this is us. I think I know what dreams are made of. I'm also told that over the next 12 weeks that we will each receive something, a token of what is to come. I don't know what that is. I haven't been told what that is, and I think that there's perhaps some rationale for that. I'm also told that this comes as a gesture that shifts human perspective to a belief that miracles do occur, that we live in a benevolent world and universe, and that our beliefs shape our reality. So we will witness many events on the world stage, I'm showing, that open up the eyes of the masses. And some of these will be real and some will be false, and all will have an impact on awakening. Remember that there are many avenues for awakening, but we are in the very early stages of rippling waves of variant forms to awaken humanity now. So those of you who are listening to this, are awake, and I imagine that you are recognizing shifts in your own family, in your own community, and in your own friendship circles. There's a softness, first of all. There's a softening. There's a softening in the way in which people express themselves, and it's more heart-centered. It's coming from the heart. Hi, Louise. And hello, Sally. Yes, I am safe in... Oh, yes, you're asking, Louise. Yes. I guess you must be if you're here, huh? Yes. So hold faith in your hearts and emanate love. That's the advice. Witness the extraordinary. That's what we're going to be doing. Breathe deeply and smile and be in the knowing that all is well. In the end, we might witness some chaos, but we don't have to be in it. And yes, we will notice that many will pass. So that, of course, is soul choice. Remember that we are ascending and that it takes many forms. And for some, that will take the form of them passing. So some are ascending through transfiguration or transformation from carbon to crystalline whilst remaining in the body. And some will receive a miraculous flash of light that upgrades their DNA and transcends them into a crystalline being with 12 strands of DNA reconnected and reactivated. And all of that aspect will apply to many of you who are either reading this when I post it later or listening to this now. And then some will leave the physical plane to go home or to go to other systems or other planets and other ships, because we're really in this segue, if you like, or this, you could see it as a portal or a tunnel or a bridge to the new, to our new way of being, to our new systems, to our new world, to our new earth. And so there are some souls whose mission is complete now, and they will leave and go on to do other things. And so we will be in the observation of that. So some will pass traditional death for the soul to return to the ethers for new choices. And remember, your soul has chosen your experience, and that applies to everyone. Everyone's soul has chosen their experience. And then today there's such a stillness in the air, and yet some tension in the, no, sorry, the 13th. Stillness in the air and tension in the body. Tears of pain came for me. I cried out in the night. I am just looking. I'm just looking for my other notes. Hold on a second so I can read it here. It's a bit slow, my internet. Hold on. Let's have a look here. It's a better place to find it. Yeah, so you may have seen the post with the beautiful gold hearts. Smiley, open and expanded heart-based energy showed up on that day, just a day ago. This feels very lovely, and it is a soft integration day or time. Stretch your body and stretch it, especially through the spine and all the joints. So you may have felt to do that to get this energy to move through your body more gracefully. Be prepared for emotional releases, but don't get too over analytical with these, nor overwhelmed with sadness. So a lot of ancient grief was being released, a lot of tears, but we just had to release it. We didn't necessarily have to, extrapolate it, go deeply into it. But we were being invited to let them flow, let the tears flow, and to feel the feeling. And then breathe long, gentle, deep breaths. Speak out loud to yourself about what you're noticing in your body. So I'm feeling this in my belly. It's contracting, it's hot, it's fast, all of those sorts of things. We're coming into this area of sitting in the not knowing, and it is pretty uncomfortable. And so that's the test. I want to say that's the challenge, to be comfortable sitting in the unknown, to be okay with that, as everything is fine and well and good, and it is unfolding. And so it's unfolding in many ways. It's unfolding on the world stage. It's unfolding from within us. We're learning more about who we are and why we're here. And we are revealing ourselves to ourselves at a higher and more upgraded, more renewed level. And let me go back now. Maybe this one. Yes. So today, no, yesterday. Yeah, so this whole thing around the behavior or the attitude of just giving it over, like giving up the need to be in control. It's a really big thing we're being challenged for. And then just follow your inner guidance. Yeah, so trust. It's a value we're being asked to leap into more. Your own trust. Trust yourself. Trust that you've got this. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Take a leap of faith. Jump into your creative power, your co-creative power. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Billy. Aloha, sweet CC. Yeah, so it's like we're in this, we're in this opening, this portal. We've never been here before. We've never, ever, never, ever, ever in the history, I want to say, of the multiverse, of the omniverse, of the universe, have we sat in this place which is so unknown, because we've never done it before. Our cells, our mind, our brain our oversoul doesn't have an experience of this transfiguration, of this movement through. And so we just have to trust and use our guidance, the guidance of our soul, of our body, of our sensory experience. Yeah, so today we're in, to me, feels very blissful, this energy. And we're really being invited to learn to be in the present moment, to sink into it, to drop into it. Yeah, I think that's it. There's definitely, there's kind of, this all segues really into the divine feminine and where the divine feminine is at, but I will leave that for another video. And so yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? So Sweet CC is saying lethargic today. That was the energy here yesterday. It was like nothing, feel like doing nothing, like absolutely nothing. Sat in the sun, sat out of the sun. And I had a friend here, and we had thought we would go and do some big walks in the bush. Well, a big walk in the bush and around the coast. We didn't even leave the house. We just sat in the sun, we chatted, we were still, and we had no energy to do anything at all. And it was both of us. So that was this sense of being really, really still, so we could come into present moment, so we could start to be in the practice of that. And let's see, subtle trickles of momentum coming in from the void that we sat in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Rael, hi Rael. Yes, getting practice already. Rael is saying tuning to find the higher frequencies when the lower frequency manifestations are showing up. We can do this. Exactly. What I want to add to that is that we can observe what's going on this level, and then we just rise up above it. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. And I will let's alive thrive, minimal damage, and we got power back last night. So happy. Oh, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Yeah, so I want to say that I believe that there is bigger things at play for the floods. What do you say to that, Louise? I feel that the tunnels have been flooded. I feel that is why this happened. And I guess there's awful sort of collateral damage from that. But that's what I feel is happening in Florida. Talking about Flo had water intrusion in her house. Billy was tired yesterday. Today, body is buzzing. Yes, I feel that too. Lots of underground stuff. Yeah, so this is the time when so it's like the government is being shown, isn't it, as being corrupt around the world. Not every single person, but the system in general is being shown as corrupt. There's a lot of information that's coming out more in the public arena about weather manipulation, and so people will begin to, everyone will have their little wake-up call, if you like. So some people are totally naive about that, unaware that there are clouds that aren't real clouds, or unaware that there are clouds that have intrusions in them, unaware about the difference between chemtrails and contrails. And so some people will become aware through that. Some people will become aware through what is placed in our food and in our water. And some people will become aware through the recognition about the money manipulation. And so this is the time. This is the time when everyone will have chosen their avenue to awaken. And and we are witnessing it. So more and more of this will come out, and we are, as first wavers, we are ascending. We have our, I want to say, we have our vision on ascension, and we will ascend up and into this fifth dimensional experience and be creating the new systems, the new ways of operating. So yeah, the truth is being revealed. So this is the truth from within ourselves that we have to look at, and then the truth around the world. So there'll be a lot of it, and so we're being asked to hold space for this. And people will ask us questions, and we can answer them honestly. But yeah, just be aware that how much, because sometimes a little will be enough. And like I said to my son the other day about the water, and he said, "Oh yeah, you're really fussy about the water that you drink." And I said, "Yes, I am." And I said, and I would invite you to go and look up what is in the town supply water, and then you might have a different attitude to it as well. And so I'm sure he will have done that. Anyway, that's kind of how I view our role, is, we're there to just plant the seeds. So yeah, lots of love, big hugs, take care of you, take care of your energy, and of the people and beings around you. We're on the move. We certainly are on the move, and into this, more and more of this ascension energy. All right. I'll end here. Much love.